Okay, I've checked everywhere, shown everything to Franziska. Where the hell do I go from here? Maybe there's something else I can get out of this. I checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Well, guess not then. The same windowsill. The pink rubbery substance, I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. Oh! I didn't want to say anything, but my immediate thought was it kind of looked like a condom. That explains why, because it's a balloon. Okay.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend the windsill cactus.
That would be a logical conclusion, yes?
There we go. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Then I do too.
Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Why should I do that? This is in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead.
It's almost cute she's going this far to ensure she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honour a visit to collect his testimony. Your Honour, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you're a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a Van Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Van Karma Edgeworth and Miss Genius, blah, 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 blah. You bit your tongue.
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. That's a shitty way to set up the path to the restrooms, I must say. Very bad planning. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machine. When I was about to exit the restroom, he completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty, that sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honour, can you please try and remain calm? Oh, I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies, I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honour, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Your Honour, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom if that...
Why do you fucking think, Miles? Come on!
Oh! Isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Maybe... I knew it! You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honour. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. Sorry. You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see. I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. Having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Try saying that 5 times fast. Once I'd finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. At least he stays consistent on going to the restroom part of his testimony. There's a window in the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway.
Hold it!
Your Honour, did you really go to the men's restroom?
What the fuck are you trying to say now?
What's the meaning of this statement? I simply meant perhaps you went to a restroom on a different floor. I had to go for such a long time. It was all I could do was clash the doors closest one in the courtroom. I suppose it's natural given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom through this floor's main lobby and down the hallway. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. It's through that window, and it's through that window you witnessed Detective Gumshoe, Your Honour. Exactly! Your Honour, there's no need to yell. I can hear you just fine. I guess I put a little too much in that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony.
Hold it!
Are you sure the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honour? I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature even as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently things have seemed a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. Allow me to say with all the honour and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw.
Hold it!
He disappeared, but Your Honour, didn't you just say I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines? Yes, I did! The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I take another look and there's no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone to the crime scene lobby number 2 at that point. So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he?
Hold it!
Your Honour, I ask you please remain calm. No, I'm perfectly calm. Oh, perfectly calm. You're being anything but perfectly calm.
It appears his Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw.
I suppose so, given its line of sight. However, Franziska, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different?
If you're referring to my height,
Can't you hold the whip still for just a second? Now, about his Honour's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor.
if it's that important, why'd you hurry up and tell him already?
I will. There's one more thing I need to do if I'm to correct us on his testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Dress room. Saw him in the hallway. Behind the vending machine. Completely disappeared. Now, which of these points to him sitting down?
Objection!
There we go. What's that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving testimony? Aha. If you truly are a man of the law, you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Mars Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
That's what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honour, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who's the culprit? The party's hereby found guilty of uncleanliness! If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honour. Oh, that's good. Who was that? We were able to discover something of a smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing the murder, he had to go dirty the courthouse too! Guilty! Your Honour, please calm down. While it's true the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that his actions related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see her when I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out the window. But that was delayed. Ooh, I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, what this means is the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... It seems as if you made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honour? Your testimony has proven Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Okay, I'll give him a bit of justice. Hold it! There we go. Let me try it again. Hold it! Is there something of value you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
And if he ever thought he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better the perfect investigation, right? I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. That doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I've got to testify earlier about the probability of the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Ugh. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honour, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought it was just a noise popper until just now. Now he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn I heard a popper going off. Okay. They didn't hear a gunshot, they heard the balloon banging. There we go. The most critical point in this argument is when the judge looked in the hallway, and whether that lines up with the gun was actually fired. Your Honour, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony.
Hold it!
Do you concede you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there! I just said it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the print she referred to were left on the bench, do you? Well, you've proven it's possible Detective was sitting. I still have a problem just when those fingerprints were left. He's right, I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on the bench. While he feigns ignorance, his Honour has a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. At what point in the recess did you look into the hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. That sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? I demand to know what your all-knowing smile is for. Your Honour, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist.
Hold it!
20 minutes before reconvene. Very well. What did you do after that? Let's see, I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot? At the time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. Now this has happened. I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to that effect when we reconvened.
Hold it!
If it's something that forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I did was forget to mention it.
That sort of excuse may work on other people, not on a Vankana.
Oh! It's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. I suppose I have no choice in the matter.
Hold it!
You don't know about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it myself, but the banging, oh my god, I'm yammering, I'm yapping away like a fucking old bag over here. I heard it, bang went the gunshot, I heard it loud and clear, and then I had a knee-jerk reaction, jumped in the air like this, quick, Your Honour, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself, yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know, I looked. There was no one there! The judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. I believe we finally found the flaw in his Honour's testimony.
Sadly, he's completely oblivious to it. I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in. At least the thing finally came in handy.
indeed. Now let's see what happens when I present it to His Honor.
Objection!
Well, shit. I should have known it wasn't that when it brought in a new fucking testimony. I don't feel a contradiction in the air. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, I advise you to be a little more cautious with what you say. It would appear I was mistaken. Is it this?
Objection!
There we go. Your Honor, I can't allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I can't allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Egods, I've been overruled! Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that's simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Ah!
Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite... Why don't you bite your tongue on these preposterous names?
I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be victim in the back.
With your height, you need a stepladder or four to accomplish that. Cheeky bastard. Mr. Edgeworth! My ears are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know I can still hear you just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear in my own two ears. Your Honor, I have it an interesting bit of testimony from Detective Bad. According to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard a gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain that glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day! Bang! The sound of a gunshot! The sound of a gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did. Now I understand what the gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what actually produced the gunshot you heard.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What's that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of the balloon. I see. And I suppose you'd like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there's no guarantee the detective was sitting at the bench at the time. Therefore, you believe you must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough, even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. If it were me, I would have backed this thing up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on one and something before it begins? To be honest, I did think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. The balloon the girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Oh, who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a big apology. I'll see to it myself he's released. Wait. There's still a few things I've yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. Why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we just did now or not, I still can't say. The only thing I can do for now is continue my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case.
What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I already told you a gazillion times, Pa, I didn't do it.
I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that.
Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental?
Well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We've yet to prove he's completely innocent of this crime. I guess so.
What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I would like you to testify as your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you're not on trial. This is all part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Ow! My Victor objects loud and clear.
If you're found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I got you, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious Detective Gumshoe's lying. If I can't break his lie, we may never get to breaking this case.
I come down here on this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of the lobby too. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honour as a detective, I swear it weren't me, pal. He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him.
Hold it!
So was it really Detective Bad who called you down here?
You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone else was out, and the call comes in. I want you down here in 1 minute flat, he said. Well, I thought this was my big chance. My first big case, so I made a mad dash down here. Although I couldn't exactly get in here in 1 minute flat.
How long did it take you?
About 10 minutes, I guess.
And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it?
Waiting for me down the first floor of the entranceway, pal. And by he, you mean Detective Bad, of course. Oh, this being my first time in the courthouse. He also walked up with me to the third floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies. And did you meet anyone along the way? Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Ms. Yu. And we heard from Ms. Yu that Mr. Faraway was not to be interrupted. That's when Detective Bad told us to stand guard in the hallway, pal. So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's. From that time on, when I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, I know it's my job to stay in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh. Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we're all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, if you're going to lie, tell us a more believable one. Ow! I'm not lying. Oh, I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close.
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognise this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of them things to call out special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose you also recall the solid hallway bench. Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you do know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderate, slovenly pig. I promise to clean it up later, I swear. Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact you didn't even move a single step from in front of the door. If that were really the case, how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step in front of the door, how do you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Oh! It appears Franziska's whip can do more damage than 9 words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything. Unfortunately for you, I saw the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got it? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That last statement, it may sound like it makes sense. However, there's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Eh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal. Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you're aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Eh? Oh, remind me again, pal. The vending machine in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your annual $5 bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation for that? I told you I bought it myself, pal. There weren't anyone else in the hallway with me. There's no one who could help me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You've got some kind of proof there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. What are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? Ow!
Take that!
You shouted at me not 2 seconds ago, pal. Oh, I think you're under the mistaken impression I bought this pack of rolls. Well, if you didn't buy it, that means you must have stole it, you thief. What? I'd never do such a thing. All you lies are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert all thieves start out as liars. In that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh. There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, then you gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I had both of them. It would appear we've caught you at last. Hey, don't you do anything bad to that girl. It would appear they do know each other after all. So, why'd you continue to come up at me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name and it's Kay.
Kay what?
Kay Faraday.
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you, I'm a Kay.
Kay, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
You shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister.
Gummy? I guess he's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
That's a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Kay? It would appear I need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Rah!
Now then, Kay. She's like a stray cat.
She's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something.
Take that!
Kay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll.
It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh! Why? Oh my. Your father, he's... Don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet.
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking about how Daddy's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Kay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case in this courthouse when I was a young child. In case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Mars Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
You're right, sorry about that. Kay, how about we use this handkerchief and dry your little eyes?
Oh. Finally, I used my continuously snooty nose. Oh, my cravat! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks.
Kay, are you going to be alright?
Yeah, I'm already alright.
Somehow I hardly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it.
I promised Daddy'd never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify you didn't cry just for you. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca was sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we're in a sense as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
You know what? Whenever I come to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favourite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. I've been working really hard.
I see. What have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
Promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys the sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook might just come in handy later. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay.
Never take things from a stranger. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure everyone follows the rules. Be a good girl and promise you'll keep your promises to me. Love, your Daddy. Oh. I hope you'll continue to work hard to become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey Kay, so I'm a detective that catches bad people, right? That makes me a hero too, right?
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay?
What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice. That makes me a hero too.
Yes, and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted the detective as a violent criminal and sent him to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy's not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge is being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? I take it you ran Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you there together?
We only talked a little while. Then we went our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means we have now confirmed Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? Ah, you got me.
I told you stop picking on Gummy, mister.
Very well then. I just have to speak with a good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money, and somehow I made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. That's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
You don't remind you, you're the one already under arrest.
Yo! I sense Kay's going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your roughly thing.
Well, now it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one.
But Daddy said never take things from a stranger.
Oh, is that one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see, right here on this page.
Alright then, I won't give this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Nice loophole. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it's now crystal clear you were with little Kay in the hallway.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Mouse Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon?
You still haven't offered an explanation why the man would lie to us.
That's... well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why.
Was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain it, you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here's what I believe is his reason. For simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake, and this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. The presence of the balloon, right? Or is it something in the promises book? Let's try the balloon first.
Take that!
This is that piece of evidence.
What'd you show me that for? Doesn't seem to add anything to the conversation.
I don't get what you're trying to say with that, or do you just like showing it off?
Are you gonna give that to me, mister?
I don't feel the court needs to enter that into the court record at this time. Ugh, what's wrong with everyone? Why are they all teasing me all of a sudden? It's possible perhaps I made a mistake and that's why. Back to the topic at hand, Detective Gumshoe lied for Kay's sake. I know I hold the evidence that shows the reason why.
Take that!
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook? How does that explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
But a foolish fool's full of a foolish reason for a fool.
Ow!
Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why.
Gummy,
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you up, pal. Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really angry and the snack vending machine was taunting me. All the cash
but all the cash you had on you was $5 and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in the machine is a $6 pack of Swiss Vowels.
Yes, but then an angel from heaven came. Yeah, but then an angel from heaven came and showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy. I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. I only had $1 in coins.
So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's a scary guy when he gets mad. Don't you worry. You won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. She didn't really get it from me, you know.
he told me it'd be okay and gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy.
Oh no, Scuffy could be so considerate. Indeed. Detective, I take it you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah. We split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, Kay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped.
It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay.
I'm sorry.
I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. Just this once, I forgive you.
But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
You got me there, pal.
I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. Then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So that's when you kicked me, is that it?
You saw our feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe's cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty. Which undeniably proves Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime.
What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss you. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gary's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What's a child doing here in the courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away.
Miss Callisto, that girl is Mr. Faraday's...
I know, so what? You think just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all over the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak of nothing getting underfoot.
I suppose you're right. However...
As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you're in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
Yeah, but...
You see? Isn't it obvious he could be the only... It could only be the detective. He's the only person going to go into lobby number 2 at the time of the murder.
Ugh. I have no counter-argument to that.
Don't worry, I already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
But the investigation's far from over.
Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard?
I suppose it is.
As someone more experienced in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal. You may regret what comes of your negligence. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. It's unforgivable of a disciple of Von Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of the investigation. So we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshaw will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. This investigation's not over yet. There's still one location we've yet to inspect, where Detective Bad and Miss Yu are at the time of the crime, lobby number 1.